Playing left field, number 12, Caden.
Allen Eagles baseball is on the air. Good evening, everybody. With Ed Kless, I'm Michael Gulnick, coming to you tonight from Plano Senior High School. Now, you may ask yourself, why are we there when Allen is playing Plano West? Well, it's because the ballparks at Plano West and Plano East are under construction. So that's why we are at Plano Central, or Plano Senior High School tonight. And you know what? I don't mind it. Nice press box, really good pizza.
I believe we're coming back here for the Plano East game, would be my guess. So, you know, this is our home away from home now.
I heard that the Plano East game is going to be at Neiman Forest.
Okay. Where the heck is Neiman Forest?
I don't know. I assume it's a nice treed area. Lovely leaves falling, all that good stuff. I don't know. It's somewhere in the general vicinity.
All right, little effort finding that out.
Well, as our friend Asher does the PA here and is introducing the Plano West lineup, let's talk a little bit about what we saw a couple days ago, and that was a pretty good ball game. And I know that Plano West had some complaints about the umpires. We had some complaints about them. Allen had some complaints about them. But hoping for a game tonight where the umpires don't make themselves part of the story.
No, I agree with that. It wasn't. They were making consistently bad calls across the board, but the ones that went against Plano West were more effectual in the outcome of the game. I don't know if they win the game because of it, but certainly that affected them more than it did the Allen.
Well, I had a chance to talk with Plano West's head coach, and a really good guy, and I asked him about the Jaden Wilson play. I said, did they think Wilson left early? And they said, we really weren't sure, but that wasn't what we were upset about. What they were upset about is they thought the rule, and they've confirmed this with other people, that the rule would have constituted a forced play, and that Wilson's run wouldn't have scored, regardless of whether he got there in time.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
That is absolutely incorrect. Yeah, I know. It is not. It's actually not a force play. Believe it or not, it is a touch the base play, but it is not a force play. A force is when you are forced to run toward a base and toward a base only. So that is incorrect.
I'm glad to know that.
I do know that. You know why? Because I looked it up. What if it was the fact that they were contesting Jaden Wilson? How do you appeal that if you make the third out at first base already? And the answer is you don't. He scores no matter what, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting, and I was actually a little bit surprised that it was not whether Wilson left early. I don't even know if they really noticed whether he left.
And he did not leave early. I confirmed that as well.
Excellent, excellent. All right, so we'll give the umps a little credit. They got that one right. Well, Plano West has been introduced, and we are about to hear our national anthem.
Playing of the national anthem. Yeah, this is on.
Our national anthem from Plano Senior High School as we get ready for this second in the home and home between Allen and Plano West. Beautiful night for baseball, Ed.
I'm telling you.
You could not ask for better conditions. It is about 70 degrees. It's a little harder here to kind of pin down the wind, but doesn't seem to be much of a factor.
Yeah, a little breezy coming in. Looks based on the flag, kind of going from right to left.
Oh, that could be good news for Carson O'Neill. Let's give you that Allen lineup. And again, with the exception of a couple of guys, it's the same. Kyle Tanksley at short leading off. Jaden Wilson in center field, still closing in on the stolen base record for both the season and a career. Shea Young batting third at third base. Chandler Hart is the first baseman. Ryan Blessing, the DH, tonight batting fifth. Carson O'Neill is in right field. Caden Muscat in left field batting seventh. Nico Evangelopoulos at second base tonight. Austin Mack is behind the plate. And on the mound is J.W. Powell. And we'll give you his numbers in just a moment. The lineup for Plano West: Ty Gilday is in center field. Kason Hodges, who was the pitcher the other night, is at first base. Abraham Perez batting third at second. Hamilton Clint is the third baseman. Gavin Jones is the DH batting fifth. Colin Tran, the catcher. And Will Hinkson is the left fielder. Jesus Reyes is the right fielder. DeMarcus Jr., the shortstop, batting ninth. And on the mound for Plano West is Parker Scott. Had a chance to talk with him very briefly before the game. Really nice kid. I asked him what he throws, and he said, yeah, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think he thought I was spying.
Well, you are, you know.
Yeah. That's fair to say.
Inquisitive, anyway.
Tanksley steps into the box, and here we go. The first pitch is in there for a strike. Little three-quarter action coming from Scott.
Kind of a slurve.
And that is outside. The count evens. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch dips low. 2 balls and a strike. And there's that vision by Tanksley laying off a close pitch.
First time in 30 games he did not get on base last time.
This one is lifted in foul territory. Taking a look is Hodges. Will he have a play? He does not. It just eluded his glove, bouncing off the netting.
Yeah, I think it hit the netting up high.
Yeah.
Actually first, right?
Yeah, so it really wouldn't have mattered if he had caught the ball or not, but it would have looked good. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So no a day action for him.
No. Here's the 2-2. Down low, count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. You don't want to do it. You don't want to put Tanksley on with the meat of the order coming up. Grounded to short. This is DeMarcus Jr. His throw just in time. Beats Tanksley by maybe half a step at most.
Yeah, he was out, but that was close. And once again, I think we saw this last time.
Yep.
From DeMarcus. It wasn't like he had to charge that ball. It just would have been a little bit easier if he did.
Yeah, that is almost identical to the play in which Tanksley reached.
Mm-hmm.
Same type of ground ball. Here is Jaden Wilson. And Wilson lifts one towards center field. Gilday is there, and he makes the grab. So 2 up, 2 down against Parker Scott.
Kind of sounded weird. That one, I think, hit off the
third base,
inside part of the bat.
Shea Young.
And now Shea Young. Wonder how he feels about walking up to the plate with Pokemon playing in the background. Probably likes it.
Good pitch.
Good fastball for called strike 1. So far it looks like Scott is a guy that will throw strikes, although he did have that full count against Tanksley. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, just underway. Again, we are at Plano Senior High School, even though we're playing Plano West because of the field construction at their place. 1-1, way outside. 2 balls and a strike.
Early on, he seems to miss. When he misses outside.
Yeah. I'm just laughing a little bit because, I said he looks like a guy that's going to throw strikes. He'll probably walk 3 straight now. Swing and a miss at a letter-high fastball.
Yeah, that's the challenge with that 3/4, is that when it comes in, it tends to bend outside a little bit more than they're expecting.
Here comes the 2-2 to Shea Young. Just missed outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Good take from Shea there.
Yeah, it really was. The catcher Tran held it for a split second, but that ball looked like it missed. Not by much, but it did. And here's the 3-2 pitch. Outside and low, ball 4. So the announcer's curse strikes again, and Shea Young draws the 2-out walk. Here's Chandler Hart.
And for the first baseman, number 26, Chandler Hart.
Watching the outfield for Plano West, the center fielder Gilday taking several steps toward left, expecting Hart to pull. I think that's fair. First pitch in there for a strike. We'll keep an eye on Shea Young.
Although he did have a double last week.
He did.
Out to right field, so sticking with the analytics.
No balls and a strike, the pitch, and that is popped up in foul territory, and it's playable. Over there to make the play is Case and Hodges, and that's going to do it for Allen here in the first. They get a walk, but they don't score. We go to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
J.W. Powell on the mound. His numbers, not bad. He's only 6-0 on the year. He's given up 23 hits in 33 innings, 12 runs, only 7 of which were earned. These are the numbers that stand out. 7 walks, 40 strikeouts.
Wow. District play, he's got 25 strikeouts, 5 walks, and he and Chandler Hart are the only 2 starters, or Allen pitchers, I should say, that have given up a run in district play.
I guess that's why he hasn't been our player of the game yet. He's the only guy in the rotation that hasn't been interviewed yet.
That's true.
In fact, the other guys have gotten interviewed a couple times, right?
Both of them, yeah.
He's got some catching up to do.
Finally had an offensive player in last time.
That's right.
Carson O'Neill.
That's right.
The pitching has just been dominant. Like we talked about last time, district play, Allen, the pitchers have absolutely come alive.
Well, I think I mentioned this to you off the air, that it just seems like JW gets a whole bunch of road starts. It just works out that way.
Yeah.
And so, obviously when Allen is on the road, they want to get straight to the bus, so we don't typically have a post-game interview.
Allen pretty much going with a 3-man rotation in district play. Brooks Bentley, Katie Muscat,
Plano West, the center fielder, number 6, Ty
We've seen Isaac Hallmark come in a little bit. Chandler still on the, there but not there list for pitching.
The pitching IL, but not the rest. Ty Gilday steps to the plate. Now, all Powell has to live up to is taking a no-hitter into the 7th inning. because that's what's happened the last couple of times.
No pressure, though.
Of course, Muscat finished it, and the way Brooks is pitching, he's going to get one. Shea Young in on the grass at third. And the first pitch is grounded to Nico. He's got it. One pitch, one out.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 20, Payson Hodges.
See, if I had said Evangelopoulos, by the time I finished it, the play would have been over.
And so you just go with the Nico.
Exactly.
Nico for short.
Exactly. Here is Payson Hodges, who pitched well for Plano West a couple nights ago. Fouls that off. I thought his start on Friday very reminiscent, or Thursday I should say, very reminiscent of his start against Allen last year.
Yes.
Where again, he pitched very well and just got outpitched. And the 0-1. Breaking ball. Good movement, just a little bit low, and it's 1-1.
Allen and Plano West split the home and home last year.
Well, Plano West would love to hand Allen their first district loss, and their first loss in their last 10 games, and that's tapped right back to JW. Easy flip, and there's 2 down.
Batting third for Plano West, the
You notice
second
that more and
baseman,
more,
number 17,
regardless of level, pitchers getting a ground ball back to them
Perez.
tend to run over and do the underhand toss as opposed to the throw. Of course, you do have some pitchers that just don't like to throw over to first base, period.
Well, John Lester was example number 1, and he'd prefer to throw his glove over there as opposed to just throw it normally. It would amaze me how good a pitcher he could be, and yet absolutely could not throw to first. Swing and a miss by Abraham Perez on a good fastball that popped the mitt. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 on its way, and that is low and in. I kind of like the music and the things between pitches.
Yeah.
It livens things up.
We'll have to talk to our team over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Ian will be real receptive to having to do more.
That's Jeremy's job.
No, that's right. Good pitch on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. If Perez reaches, Hamilton Clint will come to the plate, but Allen would just assume he lead off the second. One ball, 2 strikes. Slap foul.
We don't have anything to report on tonight, really. Well, no basketball anymore.
Yeah.
That's been on our radar the last couple of weeks.
Did you watch the finals yesterday?
I did not. Sean did, my son, because he had money on it.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Did he win?
He did.
Oh, good for him. And that one gets away to the backstop. This is another somewhat reminiscent of Princeton, maybe not quite as close as Princeton, but another case where a ball could go right back to home plate if it bounces off that brick wall.
Yep. Of course, this isn't flat brick. This is that kind of crushed brick. I don't know how else to describe it. Get some weird angles, too.
2-2 pitch. Here it is. Outside. And oh, yes, a few of the Allen players took a couple of steps toward the dugout.
I think it was outside.
I agree. They didn't. First 3-2 count for Powell tonight. Perez waits the pitch. Again, he fouls it off.
Well late on that fastball, though.
Also like how they've got screens in front of the dugouts, because that one would have taken a bite out of the Allen dugout had it gotten through.
Not a lot of foul ground here, period.
Yeah.
Compared to the cavern that is Allen baseball.
Exactly. Another 3-2 and another foul ball. Good battle between Powell and Perez.
So 3 straight fastballs. He's been late when he swung at it. Try to throw a wrinkle in here, or do you keep coming at him?
That's a good question. I mean, depending on how much confidence he's got in his off-speed stuff early.
Yeah, I think you keep coming at him. He's not been able to get around on it.
Of course, you'd disagree with me.
No, I'm not. I'm just
misses outside with a fastball, and Powell screams at himself into his mitt.
These Allen pitchers do not like to throw. They don't forget walks. They don't like to throw balls.
Here is Hamilton Clint. All right, so if there's any symmetry here, he would pop up to first because it's pretty much identical to the top of the inning. Fouled back, and Perez took an aggressive lead, especially the secondary lead, but he didn't go.
JW has a tendency to forget about people over there, at least very early in the game.
We'll keep an eye on Perez. And that time, JW does throw over there, and that was not just to let you know that I know you're there. That was an attempt to pick him off.
Held the ball a little bit longer, too.
No balls and a strike. Perez is running. Well, he faked like he was running. And the pitch ends up a strike. And I almost wonder if that can be distracting sometimes to the hitter.
Yeah.
It was a tough pitch, but it was a good pitch. It was a strike pretty much all the way in.
Hard for JW to alter his delivery over a little bit because he does do that rock thing where he rocks 3 times before throwing.
Foul again, and I wasn't fooled by Perez that time.
No. Trying to deke us.
Fool me once, shame on you. No balls, 2 strikes to Clint. Battling. Making JW throw a lot more pitches than he'd like to.
See if I can fire up the game changer on my iPad in between innings so we can get a pitch count, because we don't have a pitch clock here.
Another 0-2 pitch. Here it is. Ground ball in the hole. Nico's got it, but he has no play. He throws to third. The slide.
He's out.
Out! When I said he had no play, I was referring to first. Wow, what a job by Nico. What a throw. That was not an easy throw to make. That was basically about 20 feet into the outfield.
He was down on his can, and he had to get back up and throw kind of against his body, but one bounce throw right there. Nice play.
Terrific play. We go to the top of the second. We are scoreless.
Leading off for Allen, the designated hitter number 3.
Heading to the top of the second inning, Ryan Blessing comes to the plate. He's DHing tonight, followed by Carson O'Neill and Caden Muscat. The more I think about what Nico did on that play, the more impressed I am. That was just an outstanding play.
Absolutely.
And the thing is, and you mentioned it, I mean, he was down on his bottom. He got up as quickly as you possibly could. and almost in one motion made that throw.
I think he was a little surprised that the runner was going.
Yeah. They were trying to be aggressive, I get it, but boy, Nico was up to the task. 1-1 the count. Misses outside. I do want to mention that last pitch, not this one, but the one right before it by Scott. It started out like it was about to hit him, and then it dipped into the strike zone. It was pretty. And that's the same pitch, except it's low. 3 balls and a strike.
Well, you mentioned he's 3/4, but he's also on the extreme, left-hand side of the pitching plate as we look at it, too.
Right.
So that it's even more exaggerated with that ball coming in that way.
Fastball on the outside corner. I don't think Ryan was sure about that one.
Nope.
And that might be the pitch we keep an eye on to see what kind of consistency the home plate umpire has tonight. That one missed a little too far outside. A leadoff walk to Blessing. And Allen has their second base runner via the walk. And here is Carson O'Neill. Well, if you weren't sure how strong O'Neill is, remember what he said after the game the other night. He said he really didn't get that much of it. Didn't feel that great leaving the bat.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that Plano West guys, talking to them before this game, think that ball was foul.
Oh, really?
And they were pretty confident in that assessment. And even Carson wasn't sure. We asked him about it. He admitted he wasn't completely sure.
Yeah, we could not tell from our angle for sure. I mean, it's a kind of a weird spot on the field anyway.
Throw over to first, and Blessing dives back in. I wonder if Ryan likes DHing because it gives him a chance to actually run. Obviously, when he's behind the plate, there's always the courtesy runner.
That's true.
And that is outside. 1 ball, no strikes. We've seen this movie before. An opposing pitcher loses control, and all of a sudden Allen's got an opportunity. Right now, just a man at first. Nobody out, and the pitch, and that's outside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, Allen has really taken advantage of the base on balls.
We've talked about it a bunch of times. It is discipline a high school baseball team, as you'll see. And the 2-0 is in there for a strike. Now, that said, let's be honest, and I'm not taking anything away from Plano West or any other team in this district, whether it be Prosper or whoever. But the pitching that they're going to be facing once they get to the postseason, they're going to be facing guys that aren't going to be throwing many pitches out of the zone.
No.
2 balls and a strike. Fouled straight back. Healthy swing. Just missed that one. He was on it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Caden Muscat stands waiting. Blessing takes his lead off first. And the 2-2 coming to O'Neill. And that is lifted to center field, not deep. Gilday comes in a few steps, makes the grab, and Blessing retreats to first. 1 down.
Batting 7th for Allen, the left fielder, number 12, Caden Muscat.
Here is Caden Muscat.
And we do have the game changer up. That was the 26th pitch for Mr. Scott.
You know, it's incredible. I'm looking at Caden's average, and it's still under 300, but barely. It's climbed about 30 points in the last several games, but I see all these other guys that have averages over 300, and yet I remember, again, as many clutch hits from this kid as really anybody else.
Just seems to have a knack for those line drives. He usually pulls the ball when he's on.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, center fielder Gilday playing him that way to pull. But there's a big gap out in left center.
2 balls and no strikes. Once again, Scott falling behind.
Left fielder Higson kind of playing him straight up.
And the 2-0 pitch coming up. Called strike on the outside corner. Muscat thought about it, but decided not to offer. That was a tough pitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scott's been nabbing at the corners.
And the 2-1. And that is fouled back. I actually have a window to my left where I can see where those balls land.
It's still on the green. On the fringe. Didn't quite make it to the street.
I gotta think a couple of windshields have been hit here. Not that far away.
Same thing with Highland Park. Have you ever played down there at the Scott's? I think it's Scotland Yard.
3 balls, 2 strikes. I've been inside the football stadium. I did a game there, which was very cool, but never inside the baseball stadium.
Yeah, it's right on the street. Lots of foul balls up in track, and that's Mockingbird, so it's pretty crowded.
Oh yeah,
especially on a Saturday.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Muscat waits. Fouls it off. He spoiled that one. Maybe chased a little bit.
Ryan Blessing taken off on the 3-2 pitch.
Yep.
Got a really good camera vantage point tonight. Just seems to be getting almost the entire field in.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the very corners.
(3-2).
Ooh, that would have been back here.
Right back to the netting, and had the netting not been there, we might have been able to make a play on it. Caden definitely defending right now. A couple of defensive swings, but the important thing is staying alive. We'll see if Blessing goes again on the 3-2. I'd imagine he will. And so did Scott. And so he lets Blessing know that he knows he's there.
Mm-hmm.
You say it better, though, honestly. I don't know. You just have a way. Again over there.
That was
fired. Yeah, that was fired in anger. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Blessing takes his lead. Muscat waits for yet another 3-2 pitch, and this one is lifted into medium right field. Jesus Reyes is there to make the grab, and there's 2 down.
Batting eighth round, the second baseman, number 11, Nico Evangelopoulos.
And I got to give our friend Asher, the PA guy here, a lot of credit because he remembered how to pronounce Nico's name from last year. You compare that with, I'm not going to mention anybody, but, Princeton, where their guy pretty much gave up.
Yep.
On
the second at bat.
Exactly. But I'm never going to go against Ian. But I got to say that of the non-Allen PA announcers, Asher over here has got to be at the top of the heap.
Yeah.
No balls and a strike. Blessing still at first. Swing and a miss, and that was a really good breaking ball. Lots of late movement, 0-2. Another 0-2 pitch coming up. Blessing was on the run, fouled off. One thing I did notice on that strike 2 swing by Nico is he pulled off just a little bit.
He's still looking for his first hit.
He really is, and I want him to get it so bad.
Walked a bunch.
Yeah. Just made an incredible defensive play, so... Swing and a miss, he got him. And that is going to do it for Allen here in the second. So again, they get a base runner via the walk, but they don't score. Heading to the bottom of the second, we're scoreless.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
There we go.
We are in the bottom of the second inning, and we are scoreless. Plano West with one hit, and that actually resulted in the third out because of Nico's play. And Allen so far without a hit through 2 innings. I'm not sure the last time we saw that.
It's been a while, that's for sure.
Gavin Jones is going to lead things off for the
Leading off
Wolves.
for Plano West, the designated hitter, number 12, Gavin Jones.
He'll be followed by Colin Tran and Will Hinkson. Facing J.W. Powell. And again, Shea Young playing a step on the grass. First pitch, fouled back. Seeing a lot of foul balls tonight.
Yeah.
And you can tell when those guys are fouling pitches either straight back or just a little off to the side that they have a pretty good read on the pitch. But can they hit it? Not that one, because it was outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1. Off speed, gorgeous. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and might have been the best breaking ball he's thrown tonight.
I think you're correct. 20th pitch for J-Dub.
Swing and a miss. It was tipped, but right into the glove of Mack. And there's 1 down. First strikeout of the game for Powell, and I dare say it will not be his
The
last.
catcher, number 10, Colin Tran.
Here is Colin Tran. Tran did not have an enjoyable Thursday night.
He did not. He was the one who was pointing his bat at the umpire at one point, right?
Yep. Yeah, he was not happy about a couple of things. Held up that time.
Yeah, he got hot, and who else? It was
Hodges.
Hodges.
Yeah. Good fastball, just missed. 2 balls and no strikes. Yeah, at one point, as Hodges was being taken out of the game, he had to be held back briefly. He was pretty heated with the home plate umpire. Swing and a miss.
Well, I guess looking back, that may have been on about the home run foul ball.
That's true.
Right, because it was right after that, wasn't it?
Yes, that's an excellent point. 2-1 pitch. Inside, 3 balls and a strike. Will Hinkson on deck. And the 3-1. Good fastball. He was late. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think another one of those might do the trick. Instead, it misses inside, and Tran draws the walk. And that is the second walk of the game given up by JW.
That was a good pitch. I mean, that looked almost like it was
Seventh
over the
Plano as
inside part of the
left
plate.
fielder, number 8, Will Hinkson.
We are going to have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Tran. We'll let you know who it is as soon as we know. Here's Will Hinkson. And that one is hit reasonably deep, not really, as O'Neill is there and makes the grab. I thought that was going to go a little further when it left the bat than it did.
Yeah, it sounded real good off the bat, but I think he got slightly under it.
Reyes.
And then that is one place where the wind may have kicked
And running
that
at
ball
first
down
for
a
Plano
little
is
bit.
number 4, Nathan Barrico.
Nathan Barrico, who we saw the other night in this pinch running role, is in there now. I'm going to say pinch runner when I'm referring to the guy. All right? Like this. When he first comes out, courtesy runner.
Okay.
And I'll probably go back on that a bunch of times. Jesus Reyes fouls it off. No balls and a strike.
It's just one of those pedantic things that I get tied up about.
It's a good word, pedantic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very pedantic.
And that one is pop foul. JW ahead in the count. 0-2. I was very relieved, by the way, when JW's dad told me that everyone calls him J-Dub. Because I was wondering.
Interesting.
Yeah. I didn't want to make a false assumption. The 0-2. Up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. DeMarcus Jr. is on deck. Have you noticed that a lot of these sound effects sound similar to Rangers ballpark?
Well, maybe Ash is that with a tape recorder one day.
Yeah. 1-2, swing and a miss, he got him. Second strikeout in the inning, second strikeout in the game for J.W. Powell. We head to the top of the third, scoreless.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Austin Mack leads things off. Then we go back to the top of the order with Tanksley and Wilson. Parker Scott's been up to the task so far through 2 innings. Hasn't given up a hit. Almost got a piece of Mack. 1 ball, no strikes. And that catches the outside corner, so it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. And that is actually behind Austin. So would you say that missed inside or outside?
Way, way inside.
2-1. And that is fisted foul. I don't think that felt too good.
No.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Gilday playing Mac just a little bit to pull. Playing a few steps over toward left. Hinkson and Reyes in left and right, pretty much playing him straight away.
Yeah, that seems to be a feature of this defense.
And that is lifted into shallow right field. Coming in and making the grab is Reyes, the right fielder. Good communication between Reyes and Perez.
Yep.
As Perez, the second baseman, also went out there for it. It has been a very long time since a pitcher went through this Allen lineup 1 through 9 without giving up a hit. Couple of base runners via the walk, but no hits. Kyle Tanksley would love to change that, but his first swing is a miss. No balls and a strike.
Well, he went a game and now 1 at bat without getting on base. Could we classify that as a slump for him?
Might be. Another swing and a miss, almost the identical pitch. I bet you he would tell you it's a slump.
Yeah.
He's not accustomed to this. And yet, despite that, he's still hitting .360. Tanksley lifts this one down the right field line. Foul territory. It's going to bounce. No balls and 2 strikes. This just makes you feel like you're at a baseball game.
It does. And I will say this, they have good variety.
Yes.
We've been in places where they play like the same 4 sound effects over and over and over again, especially on the foul balls.
Oh, it's always the glass breaking.
Yeah, and I'm just like, please, do not play it again.
I got that.
Every so often it's fine. It's just like, oh, God.
Yeah. We don't want to take that option away from you, Asher. Here's the 0-2. Again, fouled back. Yeah, Tanksley just a little bit off. He's fouling off pitches I think he'd normally handle. And it's going to happen to every hitter. Doesn't matter if you're a 350 hitter or a 250 hitter. It'll happen. Swing and a miss, and Tanksley goes down on strikes, and that is strikeout number 2 for Parker Scott.
He was really fooled badly on that pitch. That was way up in the zone.
Jaden Wilson.
Here is Jaden Wilson. He flew out to Gilday in center his first time up. Wilson looks at a strike. No balls and a strike. Young on deck.
Scott really doing a great job moving inside outside on all these hitters, keeping them guessing. They can't really get into a rhythm where he's going to come.
And the 0-1 is a called strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Jaden Wilson trying to manufacture something with 2 outs in the top of the 3rd. And he can't, as he's fooled. Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts now for Parker Scott, who has been pretty darn impressive. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. We remain scoreless. DeMarcus Jr. will lead things off for the Wolves. Bottom of the third inning. Both of these pitchers really have been equally dominant because the number 9 hitter led off for Allen in the top of the third. The number 9 hitter leading off for Plano West in the bottom of the third. So both guys have walked a couple people,
Off for Plano West, the shortstop,
they've been pretty good.
Number 2, DeMarcus Jr.
Gilday and Hodges due up in the bottom of the third inning. Just a gorgeous night here at Plano Senior High School. J-Dub ready, his first pitch of the inning. Swing and a miss, and Junior was late.
That's been often tonight, too.
Usually is.
Yep.
0-1 pitch, same result.
Throw it till he hits it.
If you're Junior, you are so susceptible to off speed right now because you know you got to speed up your bat. Just missed low, good 0-2 pitch, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he was handcuffed on that. He wasn't swinging no matter what.
The 1-2, and that's tapped to Young. He charges the throw, plenty of time. And there's 1 down.
Now batting for the Wolves, the center fielder, Ty Gilday.
Allen fans showing up tonight in droves as they usually do.
Yeah, really good crowd tonight.
Yeah, both sides.
Especially considering that neither team is technically home. Here's Gilday, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that it missed, but man, the movement on that was something. One ball, no strikes. Foul back, just got a piece of it.
That'll be a little hard for Plano West and Plano East. You got to get on a bus for home games as well.
Exactly.
It's one of the nice things about being home is you don't have to deal with that. Not that the bus ride's all that much, but it's still something.
Yep. 1-1.
Good pitch.
And that breaking ball is in for a strike.
Not much of a difference between that one and the first one.
Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, it's a little deflating when you're the home team and you look down and your nickname's the Wolves and you see the Wildcats. Swing and a miss, and he fooled Gilday. Unhittable pitch.
The first baseman, Kaysen Hodges.
And here is Kaysen Hodges, and we're still pretty early in this game in the third inning. What would when you look at what Plano West was doing to their opponents, 8, 9, 10 runs, and they're still looking for their first run in this home and home.
Well, 3 shots in a row for Allen.
Tap foul by Hodges. Hodges tapped back to the pitcher his first time up. The 0-1 in there for a strike, and now JW is in a groove. Here comes the 0-2. Fouled away by Hodges. Kind of like being able to look at traffic at between pitches. It's
trying to see, is that baseball still out there? I think it is.
Doesn't take much to make me happy.
Well, like I said, this is how the other booth is in Allen, and unfortunately, without the batter's eye, we can't play there.
0-2, and Hodges had no chance. Another strikeout for J.W. Powell. He didn't have one in the first, but he's got 4 now as we go to the top of the 4th inning. No score.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Shea Young leads things off as Allen sends 3, 4, and 5 to the plate against Parker Scott. No runs on one hit for Plano West. No runs on no hits for Allen so far. First pitch down low. Chandler Hart on deck. And the 1-0. And that's hit into right center field. That is a solid base hit for Shea Young. First hit of the game for the Eagles. Even more importantly, a leadoff single in front of the bats of Hart, Blessing, and O'Neill.
The first baseman, Chandler Hart.
Yeah, Shea and Carson tied for home runs now with 4.
But when you look at that swing, he wasn't trying to hit anything out of the park. He just made solid contact, and it paid off. First pitch to Chandler Hart is a strike. He didn't like it.
All right, now they have Reyes shaded over a little bit more against Chandler.
Hart popped up in foul territory to the first baseman, Hodges, his first time up.
Wow.
Good block. Colin Tran had to make a couple of those on Thursday and just came up with a big block to keep that one from heading to the backstop and moving Young to second.
Really good fundamentals by Tran there. Sliding out, getting his whole body in front of it.
One ball, one strike, the pitch. Got to be honest with you, I'm not sure where that missed.
Guess a little low. Chandler's tall, I suppose. We're going to go with low.
2 balls and a strike. Young, not a big lead at first. And that one hit him. It nicked him just enough, and Allen's got things going here in the 4th inning with a single and a hit by pitch.
The designated hitter, Ryan Blessing.
And here is Ryan Blessing, all right. He's having a chat right now. Well, I was going to say with Coach Wilson, but Wilson is actually talking with the home plate umpire.
You got a pinch runner here,
That's
maybe?
what I'm wondering.
Yep. For Shea Young.
Jaron Mangan is the pinch runner.
Pinch running for Allen, number 7, Jaron.
Jason
Mangan.
Wilson thinking here's might be our only opportunity once we get our fastest guy, and of course Shea can sub back in, so
Exactly.
now's the time to use that. Good strategic decision there. Let's see if it pays off.
Runners at first and second, nobody out. And Blessing lays
Beautiful.
down a terrific bunt. He's out at first, but the runners move to second and third. And again, you talk about fundamentals, and that's an example.
Yep.
This team just does everything right.
You know, here's a guy who's hitting 382 on the year, leads the team in both average and on-base percentage, but when he's asked to bunt, he puts down a beautiful one. Can't ask for more. And now here's Mr. Three-Run Homer.
Carson O'Neill with the potential first run of the game just 90 feet away. Outside, ball one. First time tonight that Parker Scott has had to deal with some adversity.
Fun fact, when Carson O'Neill was a younger pup, he had a power washing business and has one time washed out my trash cans. Long time ago.
I can honestly say I did not see that coming.
Nope. These are the little things that you know about from they live in our neighborhood too. So good family, right next door to one of Sean's best friends from high school.
2 balls and no strikes with Muscat on deck. Down low. Now, it's not the worst thing in the world, believe it or not, for Scott if he walks O'Neill, because it does set up a couple things. It sets up the potential force at the plate or a double play, although Muscat runs very well.
Infield in all around now. Let's see if he gives him the green light here. I'm betting no.
Here is the 3-0. And that misses. Had movement on it, but maybe a little bit too much, and the bases are full of Eagles with 1 out. And here is Mr. Clutch, Caden Muscat.
The left fielder, Caden Muscat.
That is the 3rd walk of the game, and I would say the most important walk of the game that's been given up by Scott.
And although Caden is the left fielder, he epitomizes the "put me in, coach, I'm ready to play" of the John Fogerty song that I know you're not a big fan of. But
it's the one baseball song I just can't stand. Fouled back. You know what bugs me about that song? He says, I can be center field. Nobody...
Bees center field?
Yeah. You play center field. You are the center fielder. You can't be center field.
Yeah, good point.
Because that would suggest that you're the entire center field area.
I am center field.
No balls and a strike to Muscat. The pitch outside. 1-1. I said the walk to O'Neill wasn't the end of the world, but you can't put this guy on base because then a run scores. So Scott's got to find a way to find the strike zone consistently against a good hitter.
Middle infielders back at double play depth.
Fouled back, and he's ahead of Caden. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nico Evangelopoulos on deck.
You can see Caden is very intentional up there, very focused.
And you know he's going to be protecting with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Way outside. Not close enough to get him to think about it.
He was on it, though. He was waiting for it to break, and it didn't.
Two. Bases loaded. 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. Big spot. Hit toward left field. Should be deep enough to score a run. Hingson's got it. Here's the throw to the plate. It was a closer play than I thought, but the run scores. Mangan slides in, or kind of half slides in, just before the throw arrived. It's 1-0, Allen, and they now have runners at the corners.
And once again, Caden Muscat gets it done.
Wasn't fancy, but it did get the job done. And now we're going to have a meeting at the mound.
Meeting at the mound, sponsored by Zoom. No, I'm kidding. I wish. That would be great.
So I just want you to understand. I'm looking through my photos, and you might think that's kind of odd behavior to do right in the middle of an inning like that. But my son Zach and I have a little tradition. When the Cubs win, he texts a W to me, and I have a W flag that I send back to him. And
Okay.
just want you to know that that's exactly what just happened. And then I just noticed that somebody near Cape Town, South Africa, tried to sign into my Google account. So this has gotten very interesting all of a sudden.
I've been to Cape Town, South Africa.
How is it?
When I was there, they were not too far from having all of the water shut down because they've been trying to build a desalination plant that was about 7 years behind schedule. So even in the hotels, they were warning you, hey, listen, if you wouldn't mind taking about a 1-minute shower, that'd be great. It was very beautiful. I mean, when you kind of look out and the town is nestled at the lower part of the country, and then there's big, huge mountains in the background. So really quite nice.
So 2 outs, runners at the corners, 1-0 Allen. And Nico waits for the first pitch from Scott. Fouls it off. This would be a terrific time for Nico to come up with his first hit of the year.
He was kind of on that pitch. Wouldn't be too surprised if Carson O'Neill takes off. Pretty quick for a big guy.
Yep. This is Nico's 10th
delayed
at bat.
steal.
Oh, that was a little interesting as Carson got close to second base. Kind of stopped for a second. He hesitated.
Are you going to throw?
Yeah, I think he was trying to induce a throw down there. 1-1. And
away.
that gets away. There's going to be a play at the plate. Did they get him? No. Tran tried to apply the tag and just missed Chandler Hart. Terrific base running by Hart. He got a quick start, and it's 2-0. And that just goes to show wild pitch doesn't have to be all that wild if you've got guys on the base paths that know what they're doing.
No, he was clearly waiting for that to happen. As soon as it hit the dirt, he was taking a couple steps, and then when he saw it got away from him, took off. Nice play.
Meanwhile, 2 balls and a strike to Nico, and that's way outside, 3-1. Yeah, you said it that Nico doesn't have a hit, but he walks a ton, and if he walks this time, it'll be his 5th of the year already in limited action, and that's exactly what he does.
Now I really think Nico will take off.
Oh, I think there's no question. And now it's up to Austin Mack to try to add on to this 2-0 Allen lead.
Wouldn't be too surprised if it's, again, a delayed steal on that first pitch.
And we'll have to see if Tran does what he did last time, and that's just hang on to the baseball. He does not go on the first pitch, and it's a strike. So Parker Scott struggling a little bit here as he goes through this lineup for the second time.
Really only the one hit, though.
That's right. And that's fouled away by Mack, who's upset with himself. Yeah, I mean, where have we seen this before? Allen doing their damage without the benefit of much hitting. I mean, the one single by Young to lead things off, and the rest was done by hit by pitch, walk, sack, bunt. Hit hard, but right at the shortstop, and Junior flips to Perez for the force at second. Good inning, though, for the Eagles as they get on the board. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Allen. Bottom of the fourth inning for Plano West. They will send 3, 4, and 5 up. Perez, Clint, and Jones. And obviously the Wolves hoping that the middle of their order can get things going, and just like Allen did in the top of the inning. But I'll tell you what, the deeper you get into these games, I think the more you've got hitters pressing, especially when they did not score last time on Thursday. And frankly, none of them have really made significant contact against Powell. There was that one hit, but that was not hit too hard. It was that ball that just got by Evangelopoulos, who then went out and retrieved it and threw out the runner at third.
Leading off for Plano West, the second
they've really been behind on swings too.
Perez.
So, but I'm sure that this game's kind of been a mirror image of the previous inning. So let's see what happens here.
But you know what? Yeah, that is true. So J.W. Powell ready. So is Abraham Perez. And time called. J.W. taking a while.
Well, it looks like an equipment problem for Austin Mack. Home plate umpire was adjusting the chest protector.
It was nice of him.
Yeah. Well, as you said, there's a little bit of a fraternity there.
Yep. Did he go? No swing. 1 ball, no strikes. How'd that fraternity work out Thursday night between Tran and the home plate umpire?
Not good, except, but if somebody gets hit, it's a different story.
Absolutely. Chopped foul at the plate. And I think we mentioned that.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen a catcher have a huge problem with the home plate umpire? They're, yapping back and forth at each other, and then one of them gets hit with a foul ball, and the other one is the first one to check on him.
Yeah. Although, was it last year or 2 years ago in the major league, some catcher just intentionally didn't catch a fastball that caught the umpire right square in the face.
I do recall that. Yeah.
Not cool.
1 ball, 1 strike. And that's laced into center field for a base hit. Just out of the reach of Evangelopoulos, who gave it a really good effort, but it gets through for the second hit of the game.
Third baseman,
That ball was well struck right up the middle. Nico had really no play on it. He made it closer than I thought it was going to be.
So here is Hamilton Clinton. I'm laughing because you said these innings seem to mirror each other.
Yeah.
That's exactly how Allen's inning got started, with a base hit by Shea Young. Throw to first. So let's see. We already know what's going to happen with Clint here, right?
Hit by pitch.
Ooh.
Sure what JW is hoping for is another ground ball.
Yep. Haven't seen JW hit many hitters, so I'd be a little surprised. Right down the middle. No balls and a strike. I think I've got the cough button down.
Yeah. JW Powell, 2 hit by pitches on the year.
Perez takes the lead and now is chased back. Oh, this sounds more NHL-ish. The old Benny and the Jets thing.
Yeah,
I love it.
The organ.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Bunt attempt is fouled. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I should have pulled that one back. That was well high. Hard to bunt something that high. We used to teach when you get out bunt, you want to put the bat head at the highest point and then go down. If the ball's coming in and is above the bat, you pull it back.
No balls, 2 strikes on Clint. And the pitch, swing and a miss. 1 down in the 4th inning, and Here is Gavin Jones as Abraham Perez stays on first.
Batting for Plano West, number 24, Felix Cedeno.
And apparently we've got a pinch hitter, Felix Cedeno.
He's a specimen. He's a big guy.
He is a very big guy. Right-handed hitter. And the pitch outside. Sorry, but I can't see the name Cedeno without thinking about Cesar Cedeno.
Yeah.
Remember, who played for the Astros back in the Astrodome days?
Great center fielder.
Killed the Cubs. Swing and a miss.
Cedeno is right up on that plate. He's got his toes on the white of the batter's box.
1 ball, 1 strike. And that's how you negate that, by painting the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That would indicate that he is a fastball hitter.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch inside part of the plate, and Cedeno got jammed and swings and misses for yet another strikeout.
Now batting for West, the catcher, Colin Tran.
6 strikeouts so far for JW. Seems like every one of his starts, by the time we get into the 6th and 7th, he's at double digits in that department. And now Colin Tran. Perez keeps doing this thing where he fakes like he's going to steal and then goes back. Not terribly sure what that's accomplishing, but as Mac thought about the snap throw to first.
Maybe a little let down for JW as he struck out that pinch hitter. Seems to be throwing first 2 outside.
2 balls, no strikes to Colin Tran. Swing and a miss.
There we go. What'd you say? He had six on the day?
6 on the day so far.
Add that to his 40 for the year, so 46.
That'd be 46.
Yep.
Wow.
You're quick. You're ready for the SAT.
I am not your average idiot. Inside. So what do you think Perez is trying to do when he's doing it virtually every pitch, where he fakes like he's going and then holds up?
Maybe it's just his style is of, instead of taking the shuffle, he likes to take a couple hard steps.
That time he didn't, and that one is inside, so a walk. And first time tonight that Plano West has had multiple men on base. Well, this becomes a pretty big at-bat for Will Hinkson. Because if you're Plano West, you got to think you're not going to get that many scoring opportunities against Powell. Courtesy runner at first.
Skied out to Carson O'Neill last time up. He's one of the few that has been able to turn around on JW's fastball.
And it is fouled back.
Everybody clap your hands.
That's Barico again, the courtesy runner at first.
So does Perez do the same thing at second base?
I didn't notice.
Take a look at it. He's got the oven mitt on.
No balls, 1 strike. The pitch to Hinkson. Sails high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Maybe what they should do instead of that oven mitt, they should wear like one of those foam fingers. Be able to extend.
Yeah.
You get to the base a little faster.
Just be careful which finger's extended.
Well, yeah, but you know. I'm sure there's a regulation on how big the oven mitt can be.
How long has that been a thing? Because
last decade, maybe.
Yeah.
Max.
Hasn't been all that long.
No, you had a lot of guys in the major leagues, especially since everybody seems to slide head first, jamming thumbs.
Yeah. Up high again, 2 balls and a strike, and Coach Tanksley's not going to wait around. He's going to go out and have a chat with JW.
Nobody in the pen for Allen. We can actually see the bullpen here.
So many little luxuries we have here. I'm not afraid to say that outside of Allen, this is my favorite place to do a game.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we have to go to Neiman Marcus for the...
Neiman Forest.
There's Neiman Forest, whatever.
Yeah.
Neiman Marcus, Neiman Forest, whatever.
I assume they've got a pretty big warehouse. You know, they are Dallas-based, so they probably have a pretty good warehouse here. So
they closed up shop at Willow Bend. You can probably
we
play
can play
in there.
Absolutely. Be a little tough on fly balls, but
Well, they have two floors there.
That's true. The 2-1s misses a little bit outside. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Jesus Reyes is on deck. Oh, Kashmir. Musical perfection, my friend. 3 balls and a strike, the pitch. And that is lofted, and it's going to be caught by Nico Evangelopoulos. I thought that one might go a little bit deeper into the outfield, but Nico was right there to make the play. Good job by Powell to get out of it. And we go to the top of the 5th. It's 2-0 Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Top of the order coming up to face Parker Scott, entering his 5th inning of work. Scott's only given up 1 hit tonight, but 2 runs because of that wildness that he experienced.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Plano West, number 18, Jesus Reyes.
All right, scratch that. Jesus Reyes in relief of Scott.
Is that who we saw last week?
I'm trying to recall.
Leading off for Allen, the shortstop, Kyle Tanksley.
Now that does mean that they have a new right fielder.
Number 3.
And that is Nathan Barrico.
3. Number 3. Keller Call.
Sorry, that is Keller Kalk. You can look right here. I wrote it down wrong, I think, and that one almost hit Tanksley. So forgive me. It is Keller Kalk. I was confuzzled because I had Barrico written down as number 3. And that is laced hard down the line. That's going to be extra bases. That's the Kyle Tanksley we've come to know. And now the ball is fumbled by the left fielder, Hinkson, but not enough as Tanksley stays at second with a double.
It is 4 right there. You're right. Correction, number 4, Nathan Barrico, now playing right field.
I still got the numbers wrong, but I got the name right.
Name right. So you guys just got lucky.
In a way, yes.
Well, it's the first time I get to say it in 2 games. Kyle gonna Kyle.
Yep. Nathan Barrico is the right fielder.
Probably should just reserve that for when he leads off the game with a hit.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? It doesn't get old. I do, but it doesn't. I shouldn't really say that to somebody who is... You're a month younger, right? Or older than me?
Younger, we decided.
Yeah, that's right.
Did you say September?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 months, actually. I'm November, so...
Great.
But early November, so if you're late September, then it's probably closer to a month.
Yeah, September 22nd.
Oh, yeah, so it's more... it's a month. I stand corrected.
Now, my wife and I have birthdays a week apart.
Oh.
Hers is on the 15th.
And...
But
Uh-huh.
she's, 4 years younger than me, so...
Christine and I are November... I'm 2nd, and she's November 5th.
Misses. 2 balls and a strike.
We do everything in our family in, October, November, and December. Sean is December birthday.
Wow.
Kara is an October birthday. We were married in October, so it's end of the year. Get it all done.
Smart.
Yeah, well...
Fastball pops the mitt, but it misses, and now it's 3-1. Reyes in danger of putting 2 men on with nobody out. And Wilson fouls it back. Our birthdays are pretty spread out. My boys are March and May. And we got married in June. But we did get married on June 9th in 1996. So our anniversary is 6/9/96.
Ah, very nice.
Always enjoyed that. Probably far more than our viewers are right now. 3-2 pitch coming up. And that catches the inside corner. Jaden gave up on it, but that late movement was enough to get the called strike 3. And I think it was a good call.
That was a good call. I think Jaden kind of knew it too. With body language, he tried to protest a little bit, but then he's like, "Yeah, probably was a strike."
Nah. Here's Shea Young. Got things started in the 4th with that leadoff single. 1 ball, no strikes. As we are in the top of the 5th inning in this game, very reminiscent of the game at Allen back on Thursday night.
Said Shea tied for the lead lead with home runs with 4.
2 balls and no strikes with Chandler Hart waiting.
And leads the team in RBIs with 25.
Well, potential number 26 takes his lead off a second. And that is hit right to the third baseman, Clint. And his throw is off the mark. Might have been worried a little bit about Tanksley, who had taken off for third. And the throw pulled the first baseman, Hodges, off the bag. And so, Young reaches on the throwing error.
Yeah, Tanksley did a great job. He just came off the bag, didn't retreat back towards second base, took a couple hops toward third, and then as soon as he saw he was looked back and was going to throw to third, he took off.
And I think that was enough to distract Clint.
Yeah.
So here is Chandler Hart. Good opportunity to add on to the 2-0 lead. Runners at first and third. Just 1 out. Good pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Took a little bit off. Blessing on deck.
Chandler leads the team in walks.
And that one missed inside by just a little bit. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at the corners and throw over to first.
Shea not the most fleet of foot, but they cannot courtesy run for him or pinch run for him because he'll be out of the game then.
That's right.
Oof.
And that time Chandler was fooled, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he was looking for something breaking and he got a fastball.
One of the very few times you'll see him late on something. Reyes resets. So does Chandler. And here comes the 1-2. Just missed low. Good pitch by Reyes. Good job by Hart to lay off of it. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hart is ready. The 2-2 is going to come in just a couple of seconds. Reyes again stepped off. And the 2-2. Good spoil by Chandler.
Very a cricket swing.
Yeah, it really was, and it was very reminiscent of the pitch that he swung and missed at earlier in the at-bat. So it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Reyes definitely has an idea about what he wants to do with Chandler here.
And the 2-2.
Same spot.
Same spot, served out to right field, but it's going to be foul.
320 down the lines here.
It's not a real big ballpark.
No.
The wall is the same height all the way around. It's hard to tell in center field if that thing is right on the wall or if it's behind it.
Usually they're behind the wall a little bit to allow for the ball to either bounce off of it or because it's really hard to see if it hits above the line.
Yeah. And Chandler taps this one to third. Going to be a very difficult play, and it's made by Clint. But the run does score, and Allen increases their lead to 3-0, and Chandler gets himself an RBI.
Really good base running there by Kyle. I don't know if you noticed, but he stayed tight with that line because he knew that the ball was right down the line. And I think that's what Clint saw, that his only play was really to first, because if he tried to come home, he was at risk of hitting Kyle in the back.
This really has been the Kyle Tanksley inning. He led off with the double, good base running, got him to third, swing and a miss by Blessing. And then, as you said, heads up base running once again to score on that ground out to third. Do want to mention that Clint made a nice play on it.
Oh, yeah.
And good throw. It's a very long throw, but he made it look easy. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
No hesitation on Kyle's part either. As soon as that ball was hit, he was digging for home.
Indicative of a guy that's played a few baseball games in his life. Outside, throw down to second. And a little bit late. Shea had gone off the bag a little bit, but that throw, not really much of a challenge. Two balls and a strike. Inside, 3-1 with Carson O'Neill lurking.
That almost got Ryan.
Didn't miss him by much.
No.
Here comes the 3-1 from Reyes. Fouled at the plate. And that one was fouled off of his ankle or foot.
That's a very unpleasant experience.
It really is, and even more so because Ryan is used to getting beaten up when he's behind the plate.
Yeah.
But even when he gets a day off from catching, he still finds a way to foul something off of his body, and that doesn't feel too good.
No.
Here comes the 3-2. And it misses outside. Good block by Tran. It is a walk, and now runners at first and second. Didn't you call him Mr. 3-run homer last time he was up?
Well, he's got 4 home runs on the year, and I think 3 of them are 3-run homers, and the other one is a 2-run homer.
Maybe he just doesn't want to hit unless there's 2 guys on. Well, he's 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. And he laces that one into left field for a base hit. And being held at third wisely is Shea Young, because the left fielder, Will Hinkson, did a nice job of getting to that quickly and getting it into the infield as quickly as he could. And now the bases are loaded.
That was almost hit too good.
Absolutely. And here is Caden Muscat with another opportunity for a big hit. Already has 1 RBI on the night with a sac fly. And that is hit hard, but right to the first baseman, Hodges. He takes it himself, and they load the bases. They do score 1, but that's it as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-0 now, Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Heading to the bottom of the 5th. J.W. Powell cruising right along. Not sure what the pitch count is. We'll check that.
It'll come up as soon as he throws the first pitch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I got to wait for that.
That's the way it works sometimes.
Some things just not fair.
Leading off for Plano West, the pitcher number 18, Jesus Reyes.
Here is Jesus Reyes, who started the game as the right fielder and then came in relief on the mound. So he is the pitcher. Struck out his first time up. "3-0, Allen with the lead. And Powell starts him off with a nasty breaking ball.
Really was.
Oh, 0-1, and that one almost hit him. I thought I saw
it did. I thought I saw a ripple in the uniform.
No argument, though. Misses outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. 67 pitches for JW. The 2-1 fouled away. 2-2. Count even at 2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The pitch. Grounded, backhanded, and dropped by Shea Young. Don't think he would have gotten him, even if he had come up with it cleanly. In fact, Shea did well to keep that from going down the left field line.
Yeah, saved a double.
The shortstop, Marcus Jr.
So here is DeMarcus Jr. Jr. grounded out to third, his first time up. If it's a 1-0 game, you're bunting him. Maybe even 2-0, but 3-0, I don't think you give up an out.
Wow, they gave that's a tough score. They gave him an error.
And I'm wrong again, as Junior does lay it down. It's a very good bunt, and they just got him at first. Excellent bunt by Junior, who almost beat it out. It goes down as a sacrifice with the runner moving to second.
The center fielder,
I vehemently disagree with that call on Shea Young.
We gave it.
The Allen bench gave him an error, but
the Allen bench is always much harder on their own guys than everybody else. We're going to go with base hit. Swung on and fouled off by Gilday.
I also vehemently disagree with bunting in that strategy. Again, you're down by 3 runs. You've only got, well,
I mean, you only have 8 more outs to deal with here.
Yep. Allen absolutely trades an out for a base.
And Gilday is late on the swing. He struck out last time up, grounded out to second in the first. In danger of going 0 for 3, Ed?
Unless you're just thinking, let's break the ice with these guys since they haven't scored at all. But
and the 0-2. Just missed outside. Good 0-2 pitch by Powell.
Yeah, trying to get him to bite on that. Good take, though.
We've talked about it time and time again, the importance of throwing competitive pitches when you're ahead in the count, especially 0-2. And the 1-2 pitch coming up. Swung on, and he tapped it into the glove of Austin Mack, and that is another strikeout.
The first baseman, Kaysen Hodges.
7 strikeouts now on the evening. And here's Kaysen Hodges, who was one of those strikeout victims, back in the third. And the first pitch, good backhanded stop by Mack, who throws to Tanksley as the runner, Reyes, gets back to second. Timing was just a little bit weird all the way around. But getting back to your point, it's like I said, if it's a 1-0 game, of course you do it. If it's a 2-0 game, maybe you do it. But 3-0, late, maybe it's the first inning, but that fastball misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
Maybe there's analytics that they have that I don't, but that seems to be a fairly common play in high school baseball. So, maybe they're looking at numbers that I don't have access to, so that's possible.
Swing and a miss. Hodges, again, very tardy. Probably don't want to use the word tardy when you're talking about students.
True.
And the pitch. Ball 3. Well, Abraham Perez is on deck. And he stroked a solid single. In fact, he's reached base twice. Single and a walk. And the pitch to Hodges. And that is tapped. It's got spin on it. But Powell fields it cleanly. Nice little toss. And that is the inning. A single, but they don't score. We head to the top of the 6th. 3-0 Allen. Bottom of the order, then the top of the order. See how
That's the
that
way
works?
it works. Yeah, I like that.
Typically, you turn the order over.
After the 9 guy comes up, the 1 guy comes up.
I didn't make the rules, but that's how it works. Nico of Angelopolis will lead things off, followed by Austin Mack and then Kyle Tanksley.
Alexander Cartwright is the guy who made the rules. At least originally.
Everyone thinks it was Doubleday.
It was not.
But it was not.
Nope. Pretty sure Admiral Doubleday had nothing to do with baseball.
Misses for ball 1.
Union Civil War general and from Cooperstown.
Fastball, again misses. Not missing by much. 2 balls and no strikes. Of course, my partner here liked it the way it was when Cartwright first invented baseball. He didn't want to see any changes.
No. Still want them to be able to request high and low pitches.
Exactly. Exactly.
And catch on 1 bounce for an out.
Sure. 3-1 the count on Nico.
Growing up on Long Island, there is a Bethpage Park, which is famous for its golf course.
Mm-hmm.
The Bethpage Black.
Even I've heard of it, and I'm not a golf guy.
Yep.
3-1 catches the outside corner. 3-2.
One of the other things that you could see at Bethpage was old-time baseball, where they would play according to the 1876 rules.
Wow. Ground ball, get through, baby. It's fielded nicely by Perez. I just wanted Nico to get a hit so bad.
That's a tough hitting right there.
But that was a terrific play by Abraham Perez at second.
Yep. You know, if you're Nico, you're getting back to the bench thinking, okay, I'll take that. You know, yeah, I wish it got through, but.
And Austin Mack chops one that's going to be fielded by Junior. The throw.
Good pick.
Oh, what a scoop by Hodges at first base. That was a do-or-die scoop. If he doesn't get that and it gets past him, good chance that Mack will be standing on second.
That's kind of that in-between hop.
Yeah.
Wasn't a short hop, wasn't a long hop. Well played. Kept his glove down. You want to go down to up on those. Too many first basemen try to stab at it.
And the first pitch to Tanksley misses high.
We can probably expect him to get another base hit, and probably. Oop.
Another one that had Allen's hitter ducking out of the way that ends up being a strike. Reyes does that pretty well.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Down low. Going back to Nico. Having worked with me now for the last couple of years, I'm not much of a homer. I'm not a guy that,
right.
If the other team does something good, I'll give him credit. But Nico is such a nice kid, and I know how much he desperately wants to get that first hit.
Right.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Perez just smothered it.
And that stayed up, I guess.
Yeah.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Tanksley 1 for 3, doubled his last time up. Wound up scoring thanks to heads-up base running on his part. Time called. (3-2). And that's a called strike 3, and Kyle knew it. Really nice pitch by Reyes. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's getting late. It's 3-0 Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
So as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning with this score 3-0, I want to reflect on something, Ed, because first of all, it's a privilege to do these games, period.
Right.
I mean, it's both of us absolutely love these. But to see the level of pitching and the absolute dominance that we have seen from these 3 starters time and time again, not once through the rotation, not twice, but seemingly every time out, it's a level that I'm not sure I can recall.
It is really impressive. The ERA for Allen in district-only play coming into this game was 1.07, and I gotta
That's
think
under
it's
1 now.
Under 1.
Yep. However, a tough hitter is leading off in Abraham Perez.
Oh, he was on that one. Straight back.
Yep.
Clap your hands.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hamilton Clint on deck. Three 0 the score. And that just stayed outside. J.W. Powell is set. The pitch fouled off by Perez, and he is really angry with himself. I think he thought he had a pitch that he could do something with, ended up just fouling it off. You know, it's funny, when I played baseball, again, when I was 8, I was really happy just to make any contact. Foul ball, fair ball. 2-2. Spoiled nicely by Perez.
Well, there's one hit was in the infield. Was the second one well struck? I think that that one hit to center field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of balls in the air, though.
No. It has been a relatively quiet night for the outfielders tonight. I don't think, well, let me look at the scorecard, and that'll tell me. No, Jaden Wilson has not had a play tonight, which is really unusual for the center fielder.
He'll usually catch one on the infield.
Yeah. Let's see. We have had a total, not counting the 2 base hits, we have had a total of 1 out retired by a member of the outfield, and that was Carson O'Neill.
Wow.
The 2-2.
Ooh.
And it is now full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't want to give these guys anything to get excited about.
And your Texas Rangers just beat Seattle 3-2.
My Texas Rangers? Or
the crowd, mostly people from Texas.
ground ball, Denny's got it. The throw, and there's 1 down. Nice job by J.W. Powell to stay with it and not allow the leadoff hitter to reach base. And here is Hamilton Clint.
Talked a little bit about it. Did you see all of those plays by, I think it's Joe Aday a couple days ago, stole 3 home runs. He made three leaping catches in 1 game. Just wild. Including one where he went into the stands after catching.
Oh my gosh. Joe Adell?
Adell, yes.
That's a guy that had a lot of high expectations when he came into the league and struggled for a little bit to reach them. Swing and a miss. Clint laid on a good fastball.
When talk about defensive run saved, though, was clearly the end. What was wild about it is his team, I think, they won 1-0.
Oh, my goodness.
So he stole 3 home runs.
Swing and a miss again. 7 strikeouts on the night for JW, looking for number 8.
I bet the pitching staff took him out for a steak dinner after that.
Had to. Powell is set in the pitch, fouled off. Has anyone ever taken you out for a steak dinner? I mean, you can't really count.
I mean,
see, the difference between you and me is you've got clients. I don't.
I've been out at business dinners where I've had steak. Can I say that I was specifically singled out for a steak dinner? No.
That fits, though. I think so. I'm going to say yes, you have. And that is hit well toward Jaden Wilson, who comes in and makes his first catch of the night. How about that?
He called it.
And that might be it.
Yeah.
That's going to be it for JW. And what a terrific job this kid has done tonight. And gets a big hand from the Allen fans here, as well he should. So a pitching change. We'll tell you who's coming in the game in a moment. It's 3-0 Allen.
Now batting for Plano West, the designated hitter, Felix Cedeno.
Felix Cedeno will lead things off. It'll be his second bat of the game, followed by Tran and Reyes. Langston Mosley is your new left fielder, as Caden Muscat on the mound. How often do you see a guy come off a no-hitter and pitch in relief?
Oh.
And there it goes tonight, as that one gets through into center field for a very solid 2-out single.
That Charlie Brown came
The captain,
Yeah, it did.
Colin Tran.
I am as big a fan of Snoopy as you'll find. It's one of my heroes.
All right,
But that whole Peanuts thing, the love of baseball that Charles Schultz had.
Yeah.
And the first pitch to Tran is in there.
Although my favorite routine of theirs was the whole Lucy pulling the football away.
Oh my goodness, yes. 1 ball and no strikes. And that is chopped to Shea Young. He charges the throw, the stretch by Chandler Hart, and that's the inning. We head to the top of the 7th inning, 3-0 Allen. Ed, during the break, you gave me a stat that absolutely blew my mind, and as much as I'd like to deliver that stat, I'm going to let you do it.
Allen pitching staff has not given up a run, nevertheless an earned run, a run since March 20th. It is now April 7th.
I mean, there's really not much anyone can add to that except for the fact that this season we're seeing something that the good teams of Allen the past few years, like the team your son was part of and last year's team, they were good, but they never did this. And this is what makes you think that this team could have a deep postseason run in them.
31st in Texas all around, 14th in 6A ranked.
And the first pitch to Wilson up the middle, that's going to get through for a base hit. Now the question is he going to be running?
Well, we know he's got the green light anytime. And with the score only 3-0,
yep.
I'm going to think he's going to try and get down there at some point.
And that would bring him, if he gets a stolen base, within 1, correct, of the season record?
That's correct.
And within 2 of tying the all-time record.
Correct.
That Kyler Murray set. And he's not getting a chance here. Shea Young puts a charge into it, and that ball is reaching the other side. Home run, Shea Young.
And Shea knew it.
Oh, he absolutely annihilated that baseball, and it's now 5-0 in favor of Allen. Whew.
Take that, Carson O'Neill.
Yep. Jaden's probably like, I wanted to get those stolen bases at home anyway, so no biggie.
I didn't think he was running on the pitch. So.
Yeah, he wasn't. That was the interesting thing. Whew. Chandler Hart fouls it back.
And he was on that one.
I mean, that ball was just annihilated, and I tried to watch it as it landed, and I think I got a little glimpse of it, but man.
Is that 380 something out there?
Yeah. That thing might have gone 400. Because it made it with lots of room to spare.
Yeah. Well, I said Shea knew it. He turned around to the bench and gave a little showboat action.
1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Chandler Hart. And Chandler gets under this one a little bit. Gilday goes back, makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
The designated hitter, Ryan Blessing.
And here is Ryan Blessing. Ryan's had an interesting night. Couple of walks and a well-executed sacrifice bunt, and also a very painful foul ball.
That means he's still hitting 382 on the year.
Yeah.
No at-bats.
He's going to tell you, if I had no at-bats, how come I have a big bruise?
If you want to know what it feels like to hit yourself with a foul ball, go out to your garage tonight, get a hammer, smack yourself in the shin with it.
And just got a piece of that. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
More specifically, if you've got one of those ball peen hammers, another one with the little rounded edge, that'd be much better.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about tools. I have never built anything in my life. Well, I take that back. I did build something from IKEA. But even the directions confused me, and they try to make that almost idiot-proof, and I proved that I was the one idiot that couldn't figure it out.
Did you get it together?
Eventually I did.
Oh, but success.
But not before I put something on backwards and had to take the whole thing apart.
Well, that's,
So I'll never forget my wife saying, I wonder what the Swedish word for moron is, and...
The moron?
Yes! You know, and I think it was a flunktin or something like that we got. 2-2!
Oop.
And that one,
How
wow,
did that
I
not
have
hit
no
him?
idea how Ryan got out of the way of that.
That was Matrix.
It really was. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 5-0 now in favor of the Eagles, thanks to Shea Young's 2-run bomb. And that's hit well into left center field, and that's going to find the gap. Blessing on his way to second. He's thinking 3, but he's not going to go there. A stand-up double for Ryan Blessing. And now Allen having some fun.
Right fielder Carson O'Neill.
Now, Carson O'Neill steps to the plate. I just heard one. I don't know if you heard it. I heard one of the Allen fans, as soon as they announced Carson, went, "Uh-oh," because you know Carson wants to catch up here.
That's right.
Runner at second.
He took a home run swing.
Yeah. Just tipped it. No balls and a strike.
Although I'm sure he'll be happy with a double in the gap and trade places with him out there in an
Absolutely.
RBI.
And that one is squibbed to second. Perez has it. Retires O'Neill as Blessing goes to third. That's about as much spin I've seen on a ground ball in a while. That thing took a right turn.
It was like a left-handed bowler.
Which I am, but I don't bowl.
Well,
because I'm just not good. I don't know if you noticed anything, this, but when it comes to athletics, I suck at a lot of things.
Wiffle ball.
Yeah, wiffle ball that's it. Wiffle ball
badminton.
is. And what?
Badminton?
Ground ball, base hit, 6-0. Caden's gonna Caden. There, I said it.
Well played.
An RBI single for Muscat. Now a crooked number here in the 7th inning. 3 runs up on the board. No, I was not good at badminton.
Have you tried pickleball?
No. I'll only do it if it's kosher.
Dill. I like the new pickles. I'm a big fan of a new pickle.
What are the new pickles?
That was a New York thing. I don't know. But it's like maybe in like only a week in the brine or something. Mm-hmm. They call them a new pickle.
All right. I learned something that means nothing every day. Hayden Denny's at the plate, by the way. I should point that out. Hey, before the game, we said that if Caden Muscat did something good late in the game, if it's a one-sided game, we might say something. I'll leave it up to you. It's your decision.
Oh, do we have time for this right now?
Sure. Hayden stepped out. He wants to hear it. Go ahead.
Give it a little Muscat love.
Oh, yeah. And there are very few people that have any idea what we're referring to. A very bad song from the mid-'70s. Was it mid or late 70s?
Oh, late.
Yeah.
That was late.
4-pitch walk. Hayden Denny takes his base.
It was definitely after Love Will Keep Us Together.
Yeah.
That was Captain That's Neil's first. That was Neil Sedaka who wrote that.
Mm-hmm. Recently passed away.
Yep.
Kevin Clark heading out to the mound. And he's going to take the baseball from Jackson Wade. So, we'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. It's been blown open. It's 6-0 Allen. Andrew Merrifield is the new pitcher for Plano West. And he will face Austin Mack with 2 outs in what's been a bit of an extended top of the 7th. Allen putting 3 on the board, 2-run homer by Shea Young, RBI single by Caden Muscat. And still threatening with runners at first and second. First pitch misses, 1 ball, no strikes. Austin is 0 for 3 tonight. Breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Outside. You and I were talking music as we are wont to do between innings, and I mentioned that I'd seen a couple of countdowns, one of the 70s, one of the 80s, and that I concluded the 70s were better. And I know a lot of people will take issue with that because, I mean, the early 80s, with the emphasis on early, like 80 through 84, a lot of good music, a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
I know some people will point at the 70s and say disco and all that, but there were even a few decent disco songs. And that's going to be a walk to Austin Mack. And the 9th hitter of the inning, Kyle Tanksley, coming up with the bases loaded. And the old courtesy runner coming in.
Running at first round, number 27, Mason Polk.
And that is Mason Polk.
Kyle Tanksley.
And here is Tanksley.
Bases jammed with Eagles.
And that is hit hard, but not hard enough. Out to center field, and Gilday is there to make the catch. He was trying, just got it off the end of the bat. Last chance time for Plano West. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 6-zip, Allen.
Today's broadcast is brought to you courtesy of the Allen Eagle Home Run Club. Be sure to visit them at www.allenhrc.com and click Join Allen HRC on the top menu to show your support for today's broadcast.
Caden Muscat and the Eagles, 3 outs away from, what would this be, 11 or 12 in a row?
Wins?
Yeah.
Yeah, 11.
11 in a row, and their 5th straight shutout. And very quickly, I had an ulterior motive for wanting to come back a little bit earlier because I wanted to finish my thought. Because I realized that there were some bad disco songs. But there were also a couple, and here's the most controversial, okay? I think that Miss You by the Rolling Stones and Do You Think I'm Sexy by Rod Stewart are actually excellent songs. I think that they took advantage of what was hot at the time, and I think really they were very good songs. Now, Do You Think I'm Sexy used to be my theme song, but that's not why I'm saying it.
Is that your walk-up music and wiffle ball?
Sure was. And nobody said yes. Will Hingson leading things off. Well, tonight could be the first of many milestones for this Allen team as a win clinches a berth in the postseason. Obviously, they'd be the first team in the district to do so, and the only team that has yet to lose a district game. And I'll tell you what, Prosper poses a big challenge coming up. They've been playing better. They got off to a slow start, but I'm looking forward to those two games.
Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of like the main rivalry for Allen has been for like the last decade. So there'll be a lot of chirping both by the fans and the players. Yeah,
if I remember correctly, the Prosper fans were not enamored with us.
No,
and
they were not.
Yeah,
and they will not be enamored with us. So let's just
3-1 back to the screen. Count full. Reyes and Jr. waiting to hit in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeah, it's definitely hostile territory on Friday.
Well, have to make sure that we say nice things.
Ooh.
And that is doubly painful. It got a piece of him, but it also got a piece of the bat.
Yeah, piece of the bat first.
Yep, that's the problem.
Yep.
I guess you could say Prosper fans, and they're passionate.
Ooh.
Hit that one very hard, and again, thank goodness for that netting.
That was right through the
Did it go
doorway,
through?
Yeah.
Wow.
That almost hit the coach. Kevin Clark says, you know what? I'm going to go down to third base now.
Yeah, he wasn't out there before. Good excuse to leave the dugout. And that one is lifted foul. Well, I know this has not been a great couple of games for Plano West, but I do want to mention that Kevin Clark, their head coach, just a terrific guy. I have true appreciation for coaches of the opposing teams who go out of their way to give us the lineups, foul ball again, and are cordial to us and nice to us. They're not all like that, but the majority of them are. And
really just one, actually.
Kevin definitely sitting at the top of the heap.
Yeah.
So thank you, Coach. 3-2 again, misses, and Caden. Well, here's the thing. Caden tried to use his glove to cover that up, but he said it loud enough where I heard it. Quite the expletive.
Fudge.
Number 18, Jesus Reyes.
Here is Jesus Reyes.
Oh, well. Radio edit.
There is nobody inside this ballpark, I don't care where you're sitting, that did not hear that. High and in, and I think Caden is a little upset.
Yeah, he's gotta settle himself down.
We've seen what Caden can do when he's locked in, but we also have seen what happens when he loses that focus a little bit. And the 1-0. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
On a ground ball here. Erase the early threat.
Nobody up. It's Muscat's game to finish. And that misses, and once again, Muscat kicks at the ground. I really do enjoy watching all three of these starters because they all have the same reaction when they throw a pitch out of the zone. Swing and a miss. All three of them show emotion. They don't hide their frustration.
Nope.
When something goes wrong, they show their excitement. When something goes right, here's the 2-2, and that just misses inside.
I think Jesus thought he was going to be taking a walk to the dugout.
So did Caden.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's 3-2. Muscat trying to avoid a second straight walk. And we'll have to do it all over again as that's fouled off. Little Cab Calloway right there. Reminded me of the Blues Brothers. Just a little bit early on that one. That one I think is going to find the road. I don't know if it found any cars.
No.
But
out onto Independence Parkway there.
Yeah. Well, you remember that. You saw the Blues Brothers, right?
I did.
Yeah, this was in it.
Yeah.
And Blues Brothers, great Chicago movie. Swing and a miss. And Muscat stays with it and gets Reyes to swing through it. One down, and here's Junior.
Number 2, DeMarcus Jr.
Good Chicago movie, but not close to my favorite Chicago movie.
Okay, so which is?
There's several.
Oh, okay.
Ferris Bueller, because it was partly filmed at my wife's high school.
Yep.
Breakfast Club, because it was partly filmed at my wife's high school.
Yep.
And let's see, 16 Candles, which wasn't filmed at my wife's high school, but it did include a couple people my wife knew.
That same milieu.
Yeah. All John Hughes movies.
Yeah.
Because John Hughes went to the high school that my wife graduated from.
There you go.
And here's a little trivia for you right after this pitch. Misses inside. You might notice that in Breakfast Club, and I think Ferris too, the high school is called Shermer High School.
Yes.
And that's because Glenbrook North High School is located on Shermer Road in Northbrook, Illinois. Fouled away, 1-2. And my wife actually got to see some of Ferris being filmed. That scene where he's pretending to be the grandfather of his girlfriend and the grandfather had passed away.
Picking him up in the porch.
Yeah.
Yep.
They saw that being filmed. And that one got away from Mac, but again, it bounced right back to him. I thought for a moment they were going to call that a swing, but I don't think so. They're talking about it.
Nope.
And now they appeal and no swing. She said that Alan Ruck, who played his best friend, was a really nice guy. Matthew was okay. Matthew was nice, but the lady who played the girlfriend,
not so much a lot.
Not very nice.
Goodbye.
Oh, nice breaking ball. That was wicked. And another strikeout. And now
number 6,
we are one out away from clinching a playoff berth and taking both games against Plano West, who came in with a 7-game winning streak, Ed. And
yeah, he said that was a wicked pitch. Muscat's popular.
No balls and a strike.
Popular. Oh, yeah.
He went 0-2 and now 1 strike away.
See, I feel bad for teams when Caden walks somebody because he just he's like, oh, now I'm ticked.
Yeah. Here comes the 0-2. Down low. We'll have to wait at least one more pitch to clinch. You don't usually see teams clinch a playoff spot this early.
No.
We're only at the halfway mark of the season, but that's how good Allen's been. Just unbelievable. 1-2. And that is fisted foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's a good song.
Jay Giles Band.
Yeah.
And they were a very unique band.
Martha Quinn, who was a VJ,
sure.
was in it, in the video.
Ground ball. Young charges. The throw. Scooped by Hart, and that's the ball game. And Allen has done it again. They've put zeros on the board. Another shutout, their 5th consecutive shutout, and more importantly, they have clinched a postseason spot. You want to know why Jay Giles was unique?
Let's. Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Let's go.
No, I'll save it for later. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to say, what can you say about this Allen ball team?
I didn't think there was anything. That's why I brought up Jay Giles.
Man. Unbelievable.
No,
it was their actually 10th win in a row. I did go and double check, so this is the 10th win in a row. But the 5th consecutive shutout. No, again, not another run since March 20th, and so that's 35, almost probably 40 innings. That's just insane.
As well as
it is otherworldly, so to speak. Not literally, but just incredible. It's everybody goes out there and tries to play, can you top this? And yet, at the same time, they are so supportive of each other. We've heard that in the post-game interviews. They really enjoy being around each other, and they really, really like to win. And that's something that I think everybody can appreciate. I know the Jay Giles band could. You haven't asked. Can I tell you now?
Sure, please. Sure.
Okay, little personal note here.
All right.
The only member of that band that was not Jewish was Jay Giles.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. I can do that, but you can't. So, anyway.
Only one Goyim.
Yes. Friday.
Prosper, yeah. Now that let's see. Prosper is also 7-2 on the year. I think they probably play tonight. Don't have a report. They have the second fewest losses in the division. But look, Allen is just rolling, and Prosper is not what they really have been the last couple of years.
Right.
But that doesn't mean it's going to be a cakewalk either. I expect it to be another good game, just like these were. I mean, let's face it. Plano West kept it going until the 7th inning.
Yeah.
It was really it was a game until then.
I remember last year Prosper had a couple of pitchers, I think, that went on and are now in college that had D1. I think one of them was like Texas or Oklahoma or something, one of those schools. I believe one of them had committed to Nebraska, possibly. But anyway, the point is they did lose some talent, and it's a great baseball system there. They always get good players, but they're a little bit down. Again, in the overall scheme of things, running the table in district isn't nearly as big as going deep into the playoffs and potentially competing for a title, but it's definitely doable if they get past these 2 games with Prosper.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the last test for them, so to speak, and then on to the playoffs, which we know we're going to at this point because of the clinch tonight. Don't
forget that we are going to be carrying, it's our only non-district game that we will be broadcasting, and that's the game Saturday against Highland Park in Allen because it is senior night, or senior day. It's an afternoon game, but it's going to be a very special day. Boy, these seniors, man, they have been very good, and I think they've got something very special. What?
It is not senior night. It is against Prosper. So we have Prosper back-to-back, and then the senior day is the 18th.
Okay.
Against Highland Park.
All right. So got it wrong. Now I got to live with that all the way home.
You'll somehow make it work.
I hope so. But I'm glad you actually got it right. So again, Allen wins it 6-0. Yep, another shutout, a 3-run homer in this one for Shea Young, and outstanding pitching by J.W. Powell and Caden Muscat. For Ed, I'm Mike. My thanks to everybody here. Asher, thank you so much for your hospitality.